this presentation, I will hope to show how I will examine the student experience of the University of the West of England's campus of frenchay in the city of Bristol and what this can tell us about the modern student experience. In this presentation, I will hope to show the elements of campus life I wish to capture and present to a wider audience, how I will structure my film, and the practical obstacles I will have to overcome to create this film. The film is in part inspired by the work of Burkhard Sievers on universities in Germany and how he used visual sociology to understand student experience and to explore sociological themes such as rationalization on university campuses. This film will hope to use the medium of film to capture the student experience of the University of West of England's campus of frenchay and to take these sociological themes further and to see if student experience in the modern world is marked by disenchantment. In my film, I will hope to look at the nature of student experience by interviewing students themselves to understand how the rationalization of campus life very much shapes their experience of university and if this creates a truly disenchanting experience. This film hopes to look at student experience as other documentaries such as Channel 4's The Last Chance School have, and through the use of interviews understands the student experience at UWE frenchay. I will be carrying out interviews throughout the university campus to gain an overall understanding of student experience at UWE, as well as ensuring such interviews meet the ethical standards of UWE by ensuring all students give informed consent throughout the filming process. Looking at the nature of student experience and if this is marked by ever-growing rationality and disenchantment, there is a need to look at a number of different spaces on university campuses, such as learning spaces, social spaces, and commercial spaces at UWE. There is a need in looking at themes such as the rationalization of university campus and the possible disenchantment of student life to look at the relationships between students and see if they're marked by instrumental rationality and what this can tell us about the student experience. Looking at rationalization on university campuses, there is a need to consider the primary focus of any university, which is the education of students, and how this shapes student experience and can show us possible disenchantment in universities. In my film, I hope to construct a journey of the student experience through the University of the West of England's campus and how this will enable us to understand the overall student experience at UWE frenchay. Structuring my film in the context of a journey of UWE's frenchay campus, I will hope to understand the overall student experience from morning to night and attempt to show how this can give us an overall picture of the student experience at UWE. This journey will look at how students see their learning experience on campus, examine how they feel about lectures and seminars at the University of the West of England, and how UWE's frenchay campus shapes this. I will also hope, through looking at UWE's frenchay campus in the context of a journey, to show how certain spaces are not used on campus at particular times and how this can give us insight into student experience at frenchay. Structuring this film as a journey, I hope to understand the overall experience of students at the University of the West of England, not only in the context of a learning environment, but also as a place where students live. There is some need to consider how the design of UWE's frenchay campus shapes the student journey and perception of frenchay campus and how pathways and buildings and the general setup of the campus affect the overall student experience at UWE. Looking at the student journey and how students experience and perceive UWE's frenchay campus, there is also a need to consider the journey to and from university and how this affects the overall student experience of UWE's frenchay campus. In the filming itself, there's a number of practical considerations and obstacles which need to be considered, such as the need to hire equipment from the university, the need to ensure students consent to being filmed in interviews, and the need to access the campus to carry out the filming. In my film, I will hope to use coloured film to show how the student experience changes over a day, as well as considering the practical needs of storing such film through the use of an external hard drive to capture the experience of students at UWE's frenchay campus. Thank you for watching. I hope this presentation has given you some insight into how I hope to structure my film, what themes I will be investigating, and the practical obstacles I will have to overcome to create the film itself on UE's Frenchay campus.